Owasso City Council, and on behalf of the City Council, I want to thank you all for being here and enjoying this wonderful opportunity we have to learn something new, something exciting for our city. The City of Owasso has maintained a very professional, a very positive long-term relationship with Public Service Company of Oklahoma. That's one of the reasons why we're here today, and we're very pleased at the opportunity to host this exciting announcement. We've got a lot of dignitaries here today, and I want to thank you all for being here, and especially grateful to our Economic Development Authority. Dirk, thank you for being here. Owasso Public Schools, we got Frosty, thank you for being here, as well as with Tulsa Tech, thank you, Kara Gay, for being here as well. Representative Derby, I saw you here. Thank you for coming along and enjoying this time with us. And Commissioner Smallhead, Commissioner Helm, thank you. And there's many others here. I hate to overlook you, but we're going to move along. And this time, it's a great pleasure to introduce the President and Chief Operating Officer with the Public Service Company of Oklahoma, Stuart Solomon, and he has an important announcement for us. So, Stuart, if you'll join us.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here on this very exciting day for us. Today we are announcing the start of a pilot project. It's the conversion of our electric distribution system here in the city of Owasso to a new digital next generation smart grid technology. So we're thrilled that you're here today to celebrate the start of that new project for us, and what I think will be a wonderful project for the customers here in the city of Owasso. There are three major components of our new smart grid technology pilot. The first one is the installation of new smart meters, and we'll have about 15,000 of those smart meters that we'll install in the city of Owasso and some very surrounding areas. The second piece is the installation of a two-way wireless communication system. It's the backbone communication system for this entire project. And the third piece is going to be some automated power restoration equipment. There are a bunch of benefits that will accrue to customers and to us at PSO because of this project. And let me just name a few of those. First and foremost, I think will be improved reliability. We're going to be installing a system that will be essentially self-healing in the way that it operates. If you think about the way that outages and outage restoration occur today. Today, we simply wait for someone to give us a call to notify us that the power is out in a certain place. That allows us to assess the problem, send somebody out to take a look at it, and then we go about getting it restored. With this particular type of equipment, it has automated sensors on it that will allow the system to sense where the fault is, to isolate that fault, and to automatically reroute power around that particular fault. For a lot of customers, that's going to mean that they won't even see an outage where they otherwise would have. And for those customers who do see an outage, it's going to mean that that outage restoration is going to go a lot faster than it does today. So improved reliability in terms of fewer outages, and those outages that do occur will be a lot less lengthy in duration. A second benefit that you'll see because of this project is improved customer service. We'll have the ability to remotely do services such as service connection and service disconnection. Again, today, typically we're dispatching somebody out to the field in order to do that particular function. With this particular technology, we can do it remotely, and we can do it very, very quickly. A third benefit will be a privacy benefit. Today, we have meter readers that have to go through customers' backyards typically. That's typically where the meters are going to be in order to read those meters on a monthly basis. We'll be able, with these smart meters, they're digital smart meters, we'll be able to do that remotely, automatically, without the need for any meter reader to go into a customer's backyard. So there's a privacy benefit. The last benefit I'll mention is one that I think I'm most excited about, and that is the technology that allows customers to really see what their energy usage is in near real time. So on a 15-minute basis, they can see what their energy usage is. We'll be able to pair it up with some cost information. So if you're a customer, you'll have information that tells you here's how much energy I'm using at different points in time. Here's what the cost of that energy is. Here's what my usage history is. You take all that information together, and you as a customer can make more intelligent decisions about how you're going to use energy. If you're better able to manage your energy usage, you're going to be better able to manage your energy bill. And that ultimately will result in lower bills for customers. So we're excited about that particular benefit as well. We think that this project complements very well the City of Owasso's Go Green initiative. A lot of the goals that we have behind our program to better conserve natural resources, to reduce emissions, I think fit very well with that project that the city announced and launched back in March. From a timeline standpoint, this fall, we will begin installing the communication backbone. As we get into the latter part of the year, we'll be starting to install the new meters. That installation process will go into early 2011. And then during this 18-month period, we'll be doing automated restoration equipment on the distribution side. And by the end of 2011, we'll have everything installed and we'll be off and running at that point with the full bundle in this particular area. Let me take just a second for a word of thanks. First to everybody in this room today for your attendance today and your support. We appreciate it very much. But let me say a word of thanks to the City of Owasso. Thank you, Mayor. We have had a great working relationship with the City of Owasso for very many years. And we were thrilled to be able to name this city, this community, as our flagship community as we turn to this new technology. A particular word of thanks for City Manager Rodney Ray. He has been with us from the very beginning on this, helped us plan this entire project out. Rodney, thank you so much for your leadership here in this city and certainly our partnership on this particular project. I'd be remiss if I didn't very quickly thank the Department of Commerce. The Department of Commerce provided the lion's share of the funding for this particular project in terms of a low-interest loan. Beth Smith is here from the Department of Commerce. Mike Fry is here from the Department of Commerce. If there are others here from Commerce, I apologize, but they're the ones that made the funding possible for this particular project and have worked for months in order to bring us to this day, and I thank you very much for that. Secretary of Commerce, Shirley, has done a tremendous job and really worked hard to make sure that this was possible for all of us today. Last, I want to thank, and I don't believe there's anyone here from the Oklahoma Corporation Commission, but they have been supportive. Commissioners Anthony and Cloud and Murphy have been supportive of this project for a long, long time now. And so we're pleased to bring this to fruition, but I want to thank them publicly as well. We're extremely excited. Obviously, I'm excited about this project, all that it might mean for this community and for our customers here. I'd like to open up the floor for a brief amount of questions and answers before I turn it back over to the mayor. And I'll ask one of my folks, Eric Raines, to come up here. He's been our project manager from the very beginning. He's the expert, so he answers the hard questions. But I just want to open the floor for any questions and answers that anyone might have about the project. By the way, before I go any further, you'll see over there an example of what a smart meter looks like. This is an example of an in-home display. This is the device that will provide information to customers that will allow them to monitor what their energy usage is and to better control what that energy usage is. So these are the devices that will go into the homes of those customers who volunteer for this. It's not mandatory, but those customers who volunteer, who are interested in managing their energy usage, their energy bills better, will have the ability to get one of these programmable devices. So let me open it up for some questions and answers. Yes, sir.
Solomon, can you tell us why and how Owasso chose this pilot program?
Well, I think it goes back fundamentally to the relationship that we've had with the city for many years. We've had a very close, great working relationship. It's a great progressive city, and so it stood out from the very beginning. It's also about the right size for our pilot. We were looking for a place that we could deploy about that number, about 15,000 smart meters. And so that fit very well. And also, Owasso, from a demographic standpoint, was a good representative sample of our entire system. What we'll be able to do with this pilot is to take the information that we learn here and decide whether and where to decrease some things, or maybe not, but we'll be able to make some decisions based upon how we do here in the city of Owasso.
Were there any other cities considered?
We looked at a lot of cities, but this is the one that came to the forefront very quickly.
When will other customers see this service?
Well, we're going to go through an 18-month implementation period here, and that will give us the information with which we can make decisions about where to extend this particular technology. So when we get through that 18-month period, I think we'll have the information we need to make that decision. Yes, sir?
Sounds like it's a pretty big transition process, pretty quick too. Will some customers lose power during that transition of the meters and stuff?
No, it'll be very seamless from the customer standpoint. They won't see anything except they'll see a new meter outside of their home, and of course that will provide the basis for more information that we'll be able to provide to them. They'll also, I think, see as we install this automated power restoration equipment, I think they'll see that improvement in reliability that I talked about earlier.
A customer also asked me if this is going to, if the new technology will make their bill go up. Is that the case?
No, it would not have. In fact, it should help them to manage their energy usage and their bills to go down. But this will not cause a customer in Owasso's bill to go up.
Is this technology being used elsewhere in the country yet?
It is in different types of this technology in different types of places. So we're starting to see more of this, and certainly we wanted to be able to provide this technology to our customers as well. We decided that a pilot approach was the best for us, allowed us to give a good assessment of the particular technology and how it's working for customers before we decided to do anything further.
How long do y'all plan to watch this process and see how things go before you possibly roll it out to other towns?
Well, we've got this 18-month implementation period, and so we'll be monitoring it throughout that period. But I think after that, we'll have the information with which we can make those further decisions.
What kinds of things are you going to be looking at in terms of what you monitor to measure the effectiveness of the pilot?
Well, we have the multiple components. So we've got the smart meters, and we'll be looking at that and the ability that we have to remotely connect and disconnect and some of the other functionality that the meter itself provides. We'll be looking at the performance of the automated power restoration equipment. We'll be also installing some power quality type equipment that will allow us to save some energy on our side as we deliver that out, as we tighten the voltage range and what we deliver to customers. So we'll be looking at all those things, and then when we have these roll out to customers next year, we'll be able to assess a whole new set of information, and that is how effective is this, how are customers using this type of information and able to manage their energy costs.
I think that raises an interesting question, which is the meters roll out. Is there a gap between when the meter shows up at your residence and when you get one of the displays?
This is going to come a little bit later. So
Okay.
the first thing in the process we'll be working on is the communication system to support all of this.
Mhm.
Then we'll have the installation of
Okay.
smart meters. This will come a little bit later into next year.
Right.
And again, this is on a voluntary basis for customers.
Okay.
No other questions. Let me again thank everybody that's here today. As you can tell, we're very thrilled that we're able to start this pilot project here in the city of Owasso. And let me turn it back over to you, Mayor.
Again, thank you on behalf of the city council and Rodney. We want to just say thank you so much for picking Owasso as your pilot site, and we're just grateful to have this opportunity. And you've given us an excellent description of what is to come. I think we're real excited, especially about how things are going to be with whenever power outages occur, how things will be improved in that area. So it's a good thing for us all. And just want to say also this advanced technology will be a tremendous benefit to the businesses, to the residents, of course, and education. And Gary, thank you for coming. I overlooked you earlier, and I know it's a wonderful thing that he's our cheerleader here at Owasso, so he's going to be out telling folks that we were chosen for this wonderful opportunity. So just thank you all for coming again, and thanks to PSO for our partnership in the future. And Thank you again for attending the press conference.